Guys, I'm so excited for this week's Mom Blogging 101. I can't wait to jump right in. Last week you talked about the 5 elements that you need to have on your blog if you want it to be successful. Now I want to start to talk to you about how to promote your blog. I already know that you're writing great blog content. I'm 100% sure of it. But if there's nobody reading it, does it really matter? And are you going to make money off of it? The answer is, well, yes, it matters. But no, you're not going to make money off of it. You have to be able to promote your blog. The number one way to promote your blog is to build a community. And the best way to build a community, hands down, this is 7 years of experience, is through social media. So over the next couple of weeks, I want to walk you through a few different social media channels and how you can create something on social media that will just draw eyeballs to your blog over and over and over again. And this week, we're going to start with Facebook. The best thing I ever did was start a Facebook page for my blog. Why? There are millions of users on Facebook. And you know what? They're actually looking for people like you to follow. I kid you not, they are. And while I don't have millions of followers on my Facebook page, I have thousands. And those thousands of people have invited their friends, have become regular readers, have become some of my biggest supporters. I've never met them, and I know they wouldn't have stumbled upon me if it hadn't have been for Facebook. So let's take a look at my Facebook page. Whether your blog has 1 blog post or a million blog posts, you have to have a Facebook page for it. This is so essential to growing your blog. Let's talk a little bit about why you need a Facebook page and then what you need on that Facebook page. So first of all, why you need a Facebook page. If your target market is moms, guess where moms are hanging out at 8 p.m. when they're sneaking their kids candy and having a glass of wine? That's right, Facebook. Yes, it's true. This is where moms are sharing. They are on here and you want them to be able to find your content. So the first thing you're going to do is create a page for your blog that is well branded. You'll notice I use the exact same header that I have on my blog. And this picture over here, it's the exact same on all my social media channels. The reason is because I want to be noticed. I want you to be able to find me really, really easily. I call this Facebook page exactly what my blog is called. All of these branding elements might seem really elementary and you might say, oh, I already know how to do this, but guess what? I've seen so many people not doing this correctly. Brand it, brand it, brand it. Make it easy for people to find. The next thing is you need an about. Okay, when you create your Facebook page, you're going to create an about page or the page information. Always categorize it as a website. That's very important. When people are looking for websites that have to do with moms, they'll be able to pop into yours. You need a short description. I use a short description on almost all of my social media channels. It's short, it's to the point, and it really resonates well with readers. It says, I'm a mom who lost myself in having kids and got saved by blogging. 7 years later, I'm focusing on heart-centric blog growth and so much more. It describes my blog and it describes me to a T. My blog was founded in 2009. I have my email address if anyone needs to find me. I put a direct link to my website. So important. Please do not forget about that. All of these are so essential when you start a Facebook page. There's one little secret that a lot of people forget about. I'm going to share it with you now, and it is a button that you can add. This button, when clicked, will go straight to my blog. I cannot tell you how many times I have gotten a new reader simply because I had this easily accessible button that says learn more. And when people see that call to action, they're generally just drawn to click on it, even if they're not sure what they're learning more about. So when you're setting it up, make sure you categorize yourself as a website. Make sure you have direct links. Make sure you put an email address so people can easily get in touch with you and have that button. Click it so that people are able to just get to you easily. Now let's go back to my page and I want to talk a bit about the content you're going to put on. It doesn't matter to me how many blog posts you have. Do not make your blog's fan page all about your blog. Yeah, I said it. And it seems a little counterproductive when you think about it. You're like, aren't people here to read more about me and how awesome I am? Well, yes and know, because you want your Facebook page to become a hub of information. And you know, you can't come up with all the information on your own unless you have hundreds of people writing for you. So you are going to be curating the kind of information that your readers would want to have. In my case, because I write a mom blog, I'm going to put up information that other moms are going to be interested in. So I found this article the other day. Someone else had actually shared it on Facebook, and I decided to share it on mine. It's about raising the screen generation. It comes from time.com. I have nothing to do with writing it, but I share it on my page, and I write my own opinion up above. This is so important to engagement. If people constantly just see blog post, new blog post, hey, I got a new blog post, hey, I got a new video, hey, aren't I awesome? They're not going to stick around on your Facebook page. But when they see helpful information that they can actually use, they're going to not just remember you, but they're going to follow you. They're going to check your page regularly, which I actually have people doing, and they're going to look to you as an expert in the parenting realm. So for every blog post or something that comes from my personal website, so for example, this one right here, I also will share at least 1 to 2 other pieces of information that I think are interesting to other moms, my key readers, the people I want to be looking at my blog. Where do I find that information? I find it on Facebook. Yeah, seriously, I find it on Facebook. That's how easy it is. I find information on Facebook and I share it on my blog's page, and I have gained more readers from doing this than anything else. People love to see information that they relate to, that is usable, and that is interesting. And guess what? Your own blog information, your own videos like this one right here, will become interesting to them, will become useful, and will become shareable. And the more that you can have people interested in your site and visiting your site, the more likely you are to have people share your information with their friends, click like on your posts, and the more eyeballs you're going to get to your blog. It's so simple and easy when we talk about it, but it's so important, and it's a step I think people miss over and over again. You will find your groove when it comes to posting on Facebook. I find that posting 1 to 2 to maybe 3 times a week is really good for my audience. If I post more than that, I often find that they don't like it. However, if you have an audience that wants to hear from you a couple of times a day, then do it. Play with it a little bit. What I love about social media is it's yours. And if you don't like what you're doing, or you made a mistake, or something didn't work out, erase it. It's not the end of the world. Now, one thing about Facebook is that it's pay to play. And you might have noticed up here that I have boosted posts from time to time, or I have paid for views on posts. So for this particular post, I boosted it right at the beginning of school because it was relevant to the beginning of school. Organically, I got 630 people looking at it. Paid, I had 649. I only spent $5 on it. And I had eyeballs on this post that had never heard of Sleeping is for Losers, never seen me before, never had anything to do with me, and have now become regular readers and commenters and posters and engagers. So we are going to, in our next video, talk about specific ways to engage that audience and get more people to like your Facebook page. But that will be coming out next week. So your homework, what I want you to do right now is go to Facebook. If you do not have a Facebook account, you need to start one. You need to start a page for your blog. You need to get all your branding in a row, and you need to fill out that about page as thoroughly as you can to make sure that people are able to find you. They're able to easily get to your blog. They're able to easily email you. And I want you to add that call to action button right at the top. That's your homework. Next week, we're going to talk more about how to engage on Facebook and also how to check your insights.